Hi, fine.
Joe, so how does it feel to be back in New York?
It feels very comfortable.
How has it been?
I'm sorry, drinking too.
No matter where you are, you will never miss the golf outing in the summer, huh?
Well, we planned it around that, but the thing is, I looked out here, I said, this is Yogi weather. You know, when Yogi has his tournament, it's always nice like this, but he was unlucky this year because he had a little rain. But, you know, we try to plan it around my schedule. And fortunate enough that you have an off day before you play the Mets, so you know, it worked out.
Safe at Home Foundation, you know, just reiterate for us, you know, what it is you're looking to accomplish by raising money.
Well, we're raising money because we have, you know, safe rooms in schools. We have 10 schools in the Queens and Brooklyn Family Justice Centers that we have safe rooms called Margaret's Place. They're for youngsters. I grew up in a domestically violent home, and I was a very guarded child. I was, you know, very withdrawn and thought things were going on because it was my fault. And it's really given these youngsters a chance in schools to talk to counselors. We have master's level counselors in each one of these, and it's just to give them coping skills in a lot of ways and let them know it's not their fault, and maybe give them the understanding of how they can deal with it, as opposed to you know, not sharing it with anybody.
You always have some great names on the list that come in and help you out. You know, talk about what it means to you to have these guys come raise money with you.
Well, it means so much. I just walked in the Yogi upstairs in the you know, in the locker room. He's such a special person. Of course, Donald Trump has to liven it up for us. He always takes part in it. President Clinton will be here. And I have all my coaches, you know, Larry Boa and Mattingly, and I know Greg Nettles will be here. Fred McGriff flew up from Florida for us. We're very fortunate. Bob Costas will be here. So it's a nice group of people.
Now, I know everybody wants to know, you know, what is it, talking about L.A., Manny's back. Are you amazed that your team really, you know, kept their heads above water without him?
Well, you know, that's the one thing I had to tell my ball club. I said, don't try to make up for his absence, because you're not going to be able to do it, because he's obviously a very special player. But these guys, I tell you, we've played so many close games that I think if we're lucky enough to get to October, it's certainly going to help in that regard. It doesn't really surprise me to see how hard they worked and how much they won, but to have the record that we have at this point in time, and to have it without him for the most part, is a little surprising. We've been lucky. We won a lot of one-run ball games, and I really have to credit our bullpen for that.
I just want to get your thoughts. You know, we're coming up on the one-year anniversary already of Bobby Mercer's passing. What are your thoughts on that?
Bobby was a very special friend, very caring. You know, when he was honored at the Welcome Home Dinner one year, and you know, everybody likes to bash George Steinbrenner from time to time. Anytime you say anything about George Steinbrenner, tears come to his eyes, because you know, he felt so close to George. He was a Yankee through and through. I don't think there was any question where Bobby's allegiance was, and to know him, you know, was a friend. You became a friend for life, and you know, he is definitely missed. His personality, his caring, and you know, his love for the baseball game. And
the last one for me, you know, 30 years for Thurman now. I mean, it's unbelievable how a guy every year, people, you know, they pay tribute to him every year.
Well, Thurman was what the Yankee fans and really baseball fans are all about. Hall of Famer, maybe not. But was it somebody to go out and cheer for and pull for? Yes, because of how hard he played the game. I remember sitting in that dugout at Shea Stadium when it went up on the scoreboard that you know, the plane crashed and you know, he died. It was such a shock for everybody, and I remember the Yankees were nice enough to let me fly in their charter to the funeral, and it was another memorable time and a very sad time. You know, with all the great years the Yankees have had, they've had certainly their share of tragedy.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Have fun.
The more exposures we give it, you know, hopefully the less of a problem it'll be.
You still feel like you're at home?
I do. We were landing here this morning around 3 o'clock, and I said, you know what, this is home, and in spite of all my clothes being back in L.A.
You a little tired?
I'm a little tired, but you know, it doesn't really show on my face anyway.
Joe, speaking of the game of golf, what do you like most about golf?
It's the camaraderie, and nobody laughs at me anymore. so it's nice. I'm such a terrible golfer, but to me, golf is, it's something that you get to meet people, and there's something common to talk about. A lot of I find not only in sports but in business, you get together for golf, and all of a sudden you drop you drop the guard, and you're out here talking about things, and you find that there's a lot of common denominators here among the golfers, but mainly it's kick the ball in the fairway or do something. But you're allowed to cheat here, and nobody's going to write about it.
What's harder, hitting a baseball or hitting a golf ball?
How important it is for them to win. I'm saying that because I play with Donald Trump, and he needs to win all the time. And I just want to have fun because I want to get away. I have to go to work and win all the time, so I like to get away from that need to win stuff. And I enjoy golf now more so because I don't take myself seriously. And I watch Billy Crystal play, and unfortunately he couldn't be with us this year. And for a comic, he doesn't say many funny things on the golf course because he takes his game very seriously.
Joe, what do you think it means to the children of domestic abuse to have such a public, strong-willed baseball persona such as yourself make public his own struggles as a child?
Well, I think it's very important because I know I was embarrassed by the whole situation that was going on in my house, and I have friends that I grew up with that really didn't know that I was going through this. I never shared it with anybody until I really went and talked to somebody myself as an adult, and realized that once I connected the dots, I sort of understood why I had certain feelings. And it's part of life, and I think we should share what's part of life more so than hide it, because I think we can help other people. And I think the more that these youngsters understand that even people who are successful still have issues that they've had to deal with, certainly gives them hope for a future that not necessarily you're going to eliminate all these scars, but you can understand a little bit more about them.
Joe, finally, tell us about the importance of
Hold
coming
on one
back to
second.
New
I
York.
just have to bring Joe to interview. I will bring him back. I'm going to bring Joe back.
Don't miss
No,
I'll be
one
back.
more
I'll be
question.
back.
Okay, Joe.
Hold on.
Take 2 steps forward. Go ahead and join us.
Hey.
All right. Fred, Joe said that you really made an effort to make it out here today, and said it meant a lot to him. Tell us about why you made such an effort to get out here.
Just I'm good friends with Tino Martinez and Tim and so forth, and asked me would I come out here to play, and I'm like, sure, have a chance to play at Trump's course. It's awesome.
What are you looking forward to today?
Just get out and see the course and have some fun. I heard it's been raining a lot up here, but today we got some great weather.
How about the cause? Do you know much about what Joe Torre is trying to promote here?
Yeah, the safe at home, domestic abuse and so forth, and it's a great cause, and so it's just an honor just to be here.
Fred, have you gotten to hear about the Yankee Stadium and the balls flying? What do you think of that as a home run?
Well, I came over here with Darryl Strawberry and Tino, and they were telling me this little bandbox, and Tino's like, Straw, if you had played there, you would have killed that ballpark. And just heard it was real short in right field.
Are you going to get a chance to see it by any chance?
Yeah, I work with the Rays a little bit as a special advisor, and so I'm going to try to come up later in the year when the Rays come back.
How about some BP? Do you think you have a chance to step in there?
Oh, no. Got the bad knees now.
Fred, what's the hardest club in your bag to hit?
Consistently, the driver. Because you never know, man. Left, right. But no, I just like to have fun, get out and play.
Is it harder hitting the golf ball that's just sitting on the tee as opposed to a baseball coming at you?
Now, I get asked that question all the time, and at the end of the day, when you got somebody throwing 90-something miles an hour and the ball's curving and dropping and everything, hitting that baseball is a lot tougher. Golf, the ball's laying right there. It's just a matter of if you can get it to go straight or not. But with baseball, they may throw at you every once in a while, so it's still tough. Because you're talking about the pitch, you got less than 1 second to react. So baseball's a little bit tougher.
Darryl, talk about coming out here today. The Mets, we're going 2 different directions right now.
Right now it is 2 different directions. Unfortunately, the Mets are really struggling. They've had a lot of injuries, and it's been real difficult for them right now. The Yankees are headed in a totally different direction. They seem like they're on the uprise. They got all their pieces in place, and you got to have a healthy ball club. And it just proves in baseball, if you're healthy enough and you have everybody there consistently, you got a chance to play extremely well. And I think that's the case for the Yankees and not for the Mets right now.
Darryl, what is it about Joe that, you know, everybody's got such a soft spot for him, always willing to come out and help his cause?
Well, if you understand Joe, I played for him, and he's just well respected, for who he is and what he means. He's a manager that when I played for him, he's all about his players, and as you can see, he's got a Dodger team that nobody, would ever think, could be where they are last year and this year, and it's because of him. He knows the game, and he knows what it's all about, of helping young people, not only on the field but off the field. He's dealt with situations, and he knows how to handle them and make everybody feel comfortable.
Clark made some disparaging.
We got a problem.
We're good.
Easy, guys.
Last week, Jack Clark made some disparaging remarks about the 80s Mets and the teams that he faced. What's your reaction to the fact that he basically called your team showboaters and cheaters?
Well, we were where we were, and a lot of teams didn't like us. And I just said before, Jack Clark wasn't the only one that didn't like us. So be it. When we stepped on the field, we were all business, and we were going to kick everybody's tails, regardless of what anybody, thought of us. And I think that's why we have a championship from that '86 team. I know the Cardinals were a little bitter because they beat us the year before, but Jack Clark's a friend of mine. So he's a great guy, and I'm quite sure we had a lot of personalities that people didn't like, but who cares? We didn't worry about it. Our job was winning ball games, and that's what we went out there to do.
He's a friend of yours today?
He's always been a friend of mine. I mean, Jack Clark is a great guy. I'm quite sure he sat in the opponent's dugout, when he played against us and looked at us, and we were nothing nice. So it doesn't surprise me when people make comments about the '86 Mets, because that's what we were all about.
He mentioned to Gary Carter that Gary Carter talked his way into the Hall of Fame. What do you think about that comment?
Well, I think Gary Carter is well deserving of being in the Hall of Fame. There's no question about it. You look over his career and what he's accomplished in his position as a catcher, is well deserving for him to be in the Hall of Fame. And Gary Carter was one of the finest players to play in the time I was playing, and I had the opportunity to play with him, and he was big for us. He was a big leader, and he did some great things, and he helped us win.
Darryl, how about the comparison between you and Joe being in New York and then leaving for LA, and obviously now having strong ties to New York? Do you think about that and the two of you, how you cross paths a lot?
We definitely have. Joe was he was the Mets manager when I first got drafted by the Mets, and I met him at that time, and then I ended up playing for him with the Yankees, which was a joy, to be able to play over there and be a part of that and win and have success. He's just a wonderful guy. I think guys realize that now playing in LA, what they really have, when they got a manager like Joe Torre. He knows how to handle situations. He keeps everything together. You look at, they lost Manny for 50 games and kept everything together. Not too many managers are capable of doing that job, and Joe's just a special person. He's able to do that, able to handle that, and that's what New York missed. That's what the Yankees missed, because of so many great runs over here with the Yankees and all the success he's had in the organization. They missed what that's like.
Don, just talk about coming out today to help Joe. You guys are in town, little golf today for a great cause.
Yeah, it's nice, and for us to, get a day off. Coming from the West Coast, obviously a little bit late in, but anything that Joe wants, kind of everybody likes to do. And with this foundation, what he does, and really where it touches is something that everybody likes getting involved with.
What is it about him that people just come out to support his cause?
Well, probably the way he treats you. Anything you do with Joe, he treats you great, and so any chance he gets, he seems to take care of you in some way. So you always like to be able to be able to reciprocate with that and be able to come out and help Joe out with anything he does.
And now we're coming up on a year already of the passing of Bobby Mercer. Talk to me about Bobby and what he meant to this franchise.
Well, Bobby's just a tremendous guy, and just part of the the fabric and really what the Yankees do as far as history and the pride of what they do and everything else. And Bobby just kind of represented that.
Somebody over here, one more question.
That you really makes you feel good about the Yankees and what they're all about.
And for being a guy who went to St. Louis with a reputation that I didn't know about, I thought the only fair thing is to start on level ground. And Darryl was nothing but aces for me, and it turned into a very emotional time for us.
Joe, there's talk about Dodgers and Yankees playing next year.
That's fine with me. You mean next year? I thought we were talking about October. Yeah, I know. It's on the schedule. I think they come to Dodger Stadium next year.
And talk to me a little bit about, the Manny madness that's going on right now. I mean, being in New York, I'm sure it's been, how to handle that and tell your team how to handle that. How has it been?
Well, I think the only thing you can tell your team is to sort of forewarn them on what's coming. We had a taste of it in San Diego on the 3rd, and this is the Big Apple, obviously, and this is where the media capital of the world, and it's going to certainly be magnified here. But again, Manny, I think, his most comfortable spot is not in front of a microphone. It's in, with a bat in his hand. So, I'm sure it's going to be a trying couple of days for him here. And as I say, I alerted my team just to let them know about the distractions that are ahead, not necessarily to tell them how to handle it, just to sort of forewarn them.
How are you? It's the Trump. We get you out here. The Trump right here. Thank you. Okay. How you doing?
I want my picture with you.
I want mine with you.
By yourself, right?
Allie, right here. Everything's good. My wife says hello. She was thinking about coming up. She may come up. I said, unless you're a golfer, it's not fun, right?
Right.
But she may come up. She would be fantastic. How's our man doing? Good?
He's tired.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? What do you want to do?
Trump, how are you, sir?
I'm very good, thank you. Where's your camera?
I got 2 of them.
Oh, that's all?
Covering all the stages. Always a great day out here helping out Joe. What does it mean for you to have this particular event at your course?
Well, I'm a big Joe fan. I mean, he's a great guy, a great manager. What he's done in L.A. is just so impressive, because he went out there with a team that I heard was very average at best, and look how well they're doing. So it's just an honor to have Joe and Allie and the whole group here.
You've got to be ecstatic over the way the Yankees are rolling right now.
The Yankees are doing well, and we can't talk about the Mets right now, can we? The Yankees are doing well.
And what about this whole the cause? Joe tirelessly, effortlessly comes out, always raising the money. I said to him, no matter where he's working, he'll always have this outing every summer here at this course.
Well, Joe works so hard for the cause, and it's a great cause, and there's nobody like him to make sure it succeeds.
How's the course?
Well, it's one of the best courses in the country. We're the #1 rated course in Westchester County, and it's been a great golf course, and that's why it's become so successful. The course itself, you can have beautiful clubhouses and everything, which we have, but what we really have is the best course, and it's been so rated, and we're very happy about it.
Thanks, Don.
Have a good time. Joe, I'm just saying you're a special man. Am I bullshitting? Am I bullshitting?
Can you step back? We'll get a picture of the two.
He is a special guy and a great guy, and what he does for so many people that people don't even know about. I mean, nobody does more than Joe Torre.
Donald, Joe says he goes to the golf course to get away from the competition, but you're the most competitive guy around. How do you guys mix?
Well, I know Joe very well, and I know him also as a golfer. We play a little golf together, and I will tell you this: if he played, he would be a great golfer.
What he's telling you now, I'm not very good. See, that's what he's telling you.
No, he doesn't get to play enough. If he played, he would be a great golfer.
Who wins today, you or him?
I'll win.
We're partners. Are you kidding?
That's the important.
He might still be one behind.
Okay, does everybody know this guy?
Yeah, maybe. It doesn't matter. You guys know who I am.
Does anybody? That's our friend Stewart. He's a great guy, too.
Great. Then we'll do a two-shot.
Nice
Thank
turn.
you.
Huh?
Let's get a two-shot.
Joseph, nice turn.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Great job.
Okay.
Look good here.
Yeah, looks good.
Great. Yeah.
One down here,
Okay,
over here.
guys.
Here, Joe.
Okay.
And what a handshake. You know, Darryl Strawberry, he shook my hand. I think my hand's broken.
Because you wanted to
That
beat
is
you in
some
the golf.
handshake, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to beat you today in the
He's
golf.
trying to beat me at golf.
Yeah.
Great event, Joe.
Okay.
See you outside.
Thank you.
See you outside, everybody.
You're not getting sound for anything.
Good luck with everything. We want to see you here.
Welcome, everybody. The 6th Annual Joe Torre Golf Classic. We're happy that you're here. At this time, to start the festivities, I'd like to introduce Julia Ann Earls to sing our Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Former baseball player who pitched in the major leagues from 84 to 90. The bullpen coach for the Dodgers, Kenny Howell. Left-handed pitcher for 21 years, Rick Honeycutt. Football linebacker for the New York Giants, Brian Kelly. Retired first baseman who hit over 900 runs and scored 1,271 runs and hit 339 home runs, Tino Martinez. One of the most popular Yankees in all time, first baseman Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. The bench coach for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Bob Schaefer. Joe and Allie Torre.
First off, I want to thank for supporting our Safe at Home Foundation. You know, we're very proud of the work we've done over the last 6 years, and we just continue, even during these hard times, to have, you know, all you great people spend your money for a very good cause, and we certainly do appreciate it. Just understand that Donald Trump is my partner, and the chances are that we're going to lose is very nil. I mean, right, Don? Thanks, boss. All right. My wife, Allie, has lost her voice, but I think she wants to say a couple of things anyway.
I will keep it short. It takes a community effort to really solve this issue of domestic violence, and we thank you for your support in helping us move onward to a national program. Thank you. Have fun today.
And also, I want to make sure I thank all the volunteers and people from our Safe at Home Foundation who just work tirelessly for a great cause, because they're passionate about it as we are. And again, I'm so happy you're here, and the thing that we feel good about is the fact that we have Yogi Berra weather today. You know, if Yogi was flying across country sipping on a cocktail, he'd never spill a drop if they hit turbulence. That's something I know. And I know his tournament was rained out, so I'm just happy that he turned the weather over to us today. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day, and I know Timmy has a couple of more Introductions. Are we going to have speakers? Donald? Oh, I'll tell you, I'll do this. Donald, would you like to come up and say a couple of words? I know you're not shy. Come on.
Well, Joe, you've been a friend of mine for a long time, and Ali, and I just want to congratulate you. This has been an amazing turnout, total sellout. We just had some good news because we just got rated. That means in terms of quality, the best course in Westchester County and Connecticut, including Connecticut. So I hope everybody agrees with the raters, but the raters have been very nice to us, so we're honored by that. And we're even more honored to have you and Ali with us. Thank you, Joe. It's an honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And if this next gentleman would be kind enough to come up and say a couple of words, President Bill Clinton.
Well, thank you very much. First, I love coming here every year because if you play on one of these teams, all your bad shots get hidden. And the second thing I'd like to say is that I want to honor Joe Torre for his lifelong commitment to combating domestic violence. We're all out here having a good time, but let's not forget that it's for a great cause. And this is something that a lot of people don't even want to talk about, much less deal with. And he's done it in a consistent way. And I'll bet you there are a lot of people's lives who've been saved and rescued who may not have even been the direct beneficiaries of this just because of the symbolic impact of taking this issue out of the dark, putting it in the light, and discussing it. We, all of us who are here, owe him more than just thanks for a great day of golf. And we thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Timmy, you want to give us the rules?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the format today is a scramble. You'll hit the best drive, go to the best drive, and all the way in, just keep hitting the best ball. It is a scramble from the blue tee. The closest to the pin on 13. First and second gross.
They're yours. They're yours.
Guys, please stay back. We're going
Right here.
Thanks. Joe Torre.
Mr. President, you're it.
How you doing?
There he is, my man.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good to see you.
I got you a 6-seater.
What do you want there?
right here. Right here.
One 3 and then a 5-yard. Come right over here.
I'm here.
We'll get out of the way. Here's your shot.
Mr. Scavino.
You guys can just step out of the way this way. Everybody out. Everybody out. Young lady. Young lady. Excuse me. This way with the trees behind.
Mr. President, why don't you get right here?
This way.
This
There you
way.
go. Here we go. All right. You ready? Go. Okay, we're ready to go.
Okay.
One more. Eyes on me, gentlemen. Here we go.
That's a very frightening look at you.
Take me to your leader.
Security. Already sterile, I'd be worried about.
Yeah, E.T.
Breakfast in them.
Right here. All those rays are going to kill us.
Okay. Mr. President. Okay.
Come on in, Stewie.
Thank you very much. Come on, Donald. Hold the breath. Let's go. We can do this.
Right here, guys. Step right here. Okay, one more. Eyes on me. Here we go. Down here for one.
Tough stuff there.
You ever heard a cameraman tell the truth, a photographer?
Not too often. Right there, one more, sir.
He only took 2. That was good. He deserved another one.
Thank you.
Okay, first on the tee today is Mr.
Come on. Depends if you're my partner. What's the partner?
And he's a good golfer, too.
You probably won't even hit the ball. What do you mean?
Tim, you're the back. Sabrina, you're the background.
Oh no, I came out of it. We're safe over there.
That's the right fairway. We're playing up 9.
Extremely
There's
safe.
no water. We can get
Next
the.
on the tee is Mr. Donald Trump.
We have a pitching wedge to green with Trump.
Yeah. Donald, you're not going to give up the tee to me
What
now?
are we using, best drive?
Yeah, we're a team. We're a team. Don't worry.
I want to see you hit
You think
Fisher's
he's
drive.
giving me enough room here, fellas? Yeah, I want to see it too.
Fisher's drive.
Okay, fellas.
That's our man. That's our partner.
Oh, what a shot.
Nice
That's
shot,
good.
Donald.
Next on the tee is Mr. Robert Devlin.
Is that longer than yours?
All right, Bobby.
All right.
Drilled down the
You
middle.
know,
Great
tough
shot.
to follow that one, Donnie.
We're going to use my ball.
Those people are. That's true.
That's what I love about him. He has a lot of confidence.
It's an illegal play. No. It's not illegal. It's Fisher's. It's got to be.
Next on the tee is Mr. Stuart Rohr.
The king of all fun. Just don't tell us
Fun. We're going to have some fun today.
Nobody got this.
They're all
Hit it
working.
good. Hit it
They're
good.
all working.
Good drive. Good drive. That's fine.
Finally, our host today, Mr. Joe Torre.
Hey,
for Joe.
hey. Everybody's safe except you people over here. Let's see. Looks like a good direction. Let's try to think.
Great shot.
We're using Joe's ball now.
How are you going to win the World Series playing that good?
Mr. Joe, we do one picture with Allie. One more with Allie. Get Allie and one more.
Mr. Trump over here.
I'm here.
Stay over here facing that way.
Right
here.
This is nice. It's got a good
Thank you. One more with Mr. Devlin, please.
Yes?
Gentlemen, right here. Wait, let me get the kill shot.
Oh, there he is.
Right there. Martian beam.
He's dangerous, I'm telling you.
Okay, never mind. One more.
He's an agent of the Taliban. Good drive.
Thank you very much.
Everybody, guys, thank you very much.
Are you an agent of the Taliban?
No, definitely not.
Actually, yeah.
I'm a Clinton supporter.